Picture a high-stakes meeting leaders from China, India, and Russia together at the same table. These summits, like the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, aren't just for show. They sign real deals. Russia sells oil and gas to China and India, fueling their economies. Military exercises are planned, signaling growing trust and cooperation. When these three leaders stand together, it hints at a shift in global power. For decades, the US led the world. Now, China, Russia, and India represent a massive share of the global population and economy. Their unity makes Washington and its allies pay close attention. Are they forming a new bloc to challenge the current world order? These meetings come as each country's relationship with the US is tense. Trade disputes with China, conflict with Russia, and occasional friction with India. So, are they uniting because of shared problems with Washington? It's possible they're exploring a world where US influence is fading. The world is watching. Is this just talk or the start of something bigger? These gatherings are more than photo ops. They're about power, resources, and the future. The stakes are high and the alliances are real. As these nations grow closer, the global balance could shift. The question isn't if the world is changing, but how fast and who will lead. The answers may be taking shape right now, behind closed doors. The world is watching, and the consequences could be huge. Building ties between countries is like building a friendship. It starts small, with conversations and shared interests. Leaders meet, discuss trade, security, and cooperation. Agreements follow, lower taxes on goods, joint science projects, and technology partnerships. These steps turn talk into action, strengthening relationships. Defense cooperation is key. Sharing intelligence, holding joint military drills, and building trust. When China, India, and Russia train together, it sends a strong message to the world. Cultural exchanges matter too. Student programs, film festivals, and art exhibitions foster understanding beyond politics. These connections weave societies together, making bonds that last even when governments disagree. It's not just about leaders, it's about people learning from each other. Strong international ties are built on shared interests, trust, and real cooperation. The process is slow, but the results can reshape the world. When these countries work together, their influence grows. The world pays attention because these ties could change the global order. It's about more than deals. It's about shaping the future. China, India, and Russia have a long, tangled history, sometimes friends, sometimes rivals. During the Cold War, India was close to the Soviet Union, while China's relationship with both was rocky. China and India fought a war in 1962, and their border remains disputed. Mistrust lingers, even as leaders talk about cooperation. In the 2000s, the idea of a China-India-Russia partnership emerged, aiming for a world not dominated by one superpower. These meetings laid the groundwork for today's cooperation, but old tensions remain. Russia and India share a legacy of partnership. Russia and China have moved from rivals to partners. India and China's border dispute is a constant source of friction. Their alliance is real, but fragile. History could pull them apart at any time. Understanding their past is key to predicting their future. Each country has its own agenda. China wants to be the world's top economic and tech power, challenging US dominance. It needs energy from Russia and support from India to boost its global influence. But China also sees India as a regional rival, especially given its ties with Pakistan and influence in South Asia. Russia, rich in resources, is a natural partner for China, but wary of becoming the junior partner. India values its independence, wary of both China's ambitions and over-reliance on Russia. All three want to maximize their own power, but none wants to be overshadowed. Their partnership is a balancing act. Cooperation when interests align, caution when they don't. No formal alliance, just shifting coalitions. Each move is calculated, with opportunities and risks. The puzzle is always changing. Russia's motivation is urgent. Sanctions from the West have forced it to seek new partners. China and India are now Russia's economic lifelines, buying oil and gas and supplying goods. For Russia, this isn't just strategy, it's survival. India remains a key customer for Russian arms and energy, helping Russia avoid total dependence on China. But as Russia leans on China, it risks losing influence and becoming the junior partner. To balance this, Russia strengthens ties with India, keeping its options open. It's a delicate dance for Moscow. Survival, but not submission. India's position is unique and tricky. It's part of the Quad with the US, Japan, and Australia, aimed at balancing China's power. Yet India relies on Russia for military hardware and diplomatic support. Cheap Russian oil is another incentive. At the same time, India is wary of China, especially after recent border clashes. India's strategic autonomy, cooperate with all, commit to none. It works with China and Russia on trade and security, but partners with the US to counter China's assertiveness. This balancing act gives India flexibility, but also risk, misunderstandings on all sides. India's choices could tip the balance in Asia. Its independence is its greatest strength and its biggest challenge. The growing ties between China, Russia, and India challenge America's global leadership. A new bloc could split the world, one side led by the US and its allies, the other by China and Russia. This division could make solving global problems, like climate change and pandemics, much harder. Everyday life could change. Technology, trade, and even the internet might split along new lines. Prices could rise, and the global economy could slow. India's role is crucial. Its balancing act keeps a true anti-US alliance from forming. But if US policy pushes India away, or if China and Russia offer more, the balance could shift. The future may depend on decisions made in New Delhi. The world is watching, and the stakes are high. The choices these countries make will shape the 21st century. The story is still being written.